It's
you
August.
spent a lot of time in Orania. That's the problem. You are mad.
You know that killed me? I was like, TK is so wild, bro. TK is by the ocean. His location says Oranje.
Says
I'm
Oranje.
like, bro.
He just likes starting.
Yes, like.
Yeah, I actually got messages going, wait, so there's water in there?
There's a beach. That's good. I won't lie. It's a good way to throw off people.
Oh, man.
It reminded me of when what's the guy on the horse? Ugh.
Kruger.
No. You the right
Old
direction?
Spice.
Way back.
You said the guy on the horse. What must I think now? Huh?
Roads.
Spice. Guess what?
Old man.
Oh,
That's
Bianca,
word
to Blanche.
association. Just
Ter
by the way.
Blanche. There we go.
Oksalayo. I said Old Spice. You say
Ter Blanche. Yeah, not the same. Not the same thing. When he passed away, I put his picture up as my status at the time. I think it was on BBM or something like that. I put his picture up as my status. I might have even put it on Facebook. There's a chance I put it on Facebook. And I think I said something. Like I just put like a caption, but nothing intense and nothing negative.
Yeah.
But I was like low-key subtweeting the dude type of vibe. And I got a young comment, I got a young message saying, just be careful. Just be careful. I'm like, nah.
Relax.
Nah. At that time I was Team Mandela. I was like, yeah, y'all dropped our nigga, we dropped, yeah, y'all niggas gone now.
As you bring up Mandela, coming here, I used Gautrain today.
When last, yo?
I saw a guy at the entrance. He has like a fade. He has a partition here. I was so confused. Are we not free? It's 2024. It's 30 years. Who are you trying to remember in this haircut?
What do you mean, are we not free?
When you see a cut like that, where does your mind go? You don't think fashion forward. You suddenly want to change accents, go, if by any means I'm prepared to die for this. I was so confused, and he was wearing it with headphones. Like, you cannot be this comfortable with this haircut.
But did you see the hairstyles that they did in Shaka Ilembe?
Actually, I still haven't watched it yet.
My
TK.
I need DSTV.
Do you?
I need you to watch.
Yes, you do.
I need you to watch
Get
one
your
episode.
Just one.
For production.
I need you to watch one episode, bro.
Who wrote it?
I don't know.
But it's
a Zulu people. It's a group of Zulu people.
Don't describe it like that.
like wherever you're going with this, I need you to get there quickly because I'm not sure.
I'm confirming that it's not written by a white person.
You can't say it's a group of. You can't.
There is a white person there though.
Yeah, but they're facilitating.
In the writing.
They're facilitating.
Was it one writer or was it?
They there for English grammar.
Okay, let's move
Guys,
on.
let's not guess. Okay, but you need to watch that. Okay.
Yeah, you need to check that out. So I watched like.
You watch it, I'll watch Passion of the Christ.
Oh,
sure.
I'm just saying, trade-off.
That's a bad trade-off.
Why?
We need a new Passion of the Christ. Let's start there.
Oh, okay.
Robert Powell.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
we
fine.
do.
I didn't miss
Why?
that.
We need one with dreadlocks. I don't know, because my mind goes, you need to hit that white guy harder. He hasn't learned his lesson. Him and his forefathers.
He's back, guys.
Do you hear did you watch, have you seen the interview with, what's his name, the guy who plays the character?
Jimmy whatnot.
Yeah, there's an interview.
That's his surname, or you just saying?
I think it's Jimmy or Henry or something. I forgot
okay.
Yeah.
That's his last big movie, just by the way.
Mm.
Why?
I know you try to
Because
make
he
a
played
comeback
Jesus
after
Christ.
it.
Okay, so
Yeah. No.
What can you do after that?
He played Jesus Christ.
Is this Robert Powell?
but then now why?
The guy who played Christ in
Passion
Passion,
of the Christ.
of the Christ.
Yeah, that's Robert Powell. The
What's
guy
his name?
on all our walls.
Isn't it Henry Cavill or something?
He's on
Nah.
all your walls.
Yeah,
the guy
like
that everybody-
everywhere in
in the
churches.
houses
Just
when
search on
Passion
Google.
of the Christ.
Just search on Google Robert Powell.
Wait, say what you
I'm
said
sure it's
again. What did you
a
just say?
different
the picture that we put on our walls, right?
Which
With
wall?
Jesus and his in our homes, like
Whose
our
home?
grand-
Jimmy, who's
their
the cast of
grandmothers
Passion of
and
the Christ?
stuff, not currently.
Whose home are you putting what?
Okay, clearly you guys didn't
Yeah,
have Jesus
I
on
think
your
you're thinking
walls.
about the image.
No,
the
image.
actor's
in
different.
my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
It was the black lady with the black child.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, it's not the same.
Oh,
guy.
it's not the same guy.
We needed to
Yeah,
have
it was
two,
Jim
though.
Crow. No,
Jim. I don't know how to
Jim-
pronounce his
not Jim
surname. It's
Crow.
not an English surname. I don't know what language it is. It might be Italian.
The guy who played. Let me see.
The guy in Passion of Christ, Jim,
Yeah.
whatnot, Cavill. So I've seen him. I've seen him like after the movie.
Okay, so my question
Oh,
was, why
Jim
was that his last movie?
Kevzele.
Ever.
It's like playing. I'm trying to think what's a big role.
No.
Because that's not the biggest. I mean,
No.
That's the painting guy. That's not the guy from Passion of Christ. That's not him.
Oh, that's not him.
Who's that? Is that the guy?
That's the painting
That's
guy.
the painting guy. Is that so? That's the person at your grandma's house.
Yeah, he
that
came
wasn't
out.
another-
He's like,
he
I'm
had-
not Jesus.
in every black hole.
Of course you're not.
There were two pictures. It was the lady with the baby.
Yeah, lady
Nah?
with the baby.
That was the one picture. And
Why
then
do you sound
had to
like
have-
you trying to be atheist? You suck at trying to be atheist. You are a Christian. You know who that is. Say it's Mary. Say her name. Say her name.
Oh, not that
You see?
one. The
What?
the
Black
black
man.
lady with the baby.
with the baby
you don't
afro.
know you don't know that one.
No.
You see,
And the baby.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna leave that. Hey.
Let's leave that. Let's leave that alone. So
Did you just take away my black card?
yes, I actually did.
I just saw this.
Give it back. You could rather say we didn't have it in our house, not that you don't know.
I've never seen it. Okay, get back to what you're saying. Did you want to finish your point first?
No,
couldn't remember
I
what
was saying.
I was just saying, why is that his last movie?
Yeah, I was just saying,
It's not
like
it's-
he played that whole character, and he's just like, yo, that's the last time Hollywood messed with him.
Okay, now I get you. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
because he played Christ, but he went into character and everything, as in, what do they call it again?
Method
And
acting.
not that he was obviously like walking around thinking he's Christ, but
Yeah.
method acting, you said
Yeah.
that, eh? Yeah, but he got into it, like he did like the fasting conversation, the like devotion and whatever. Like he does say like he was Christian even before, so it's not like he was Christian after, but his faith switched to a whole nother level after that, because he said in the method acting process he experienced God. He had an encounter with Christ. Like he speaks about a scene that happened in one of his, or a moment that happened in the trailer where he was praying before he's praying before he goes out or whatever the case is, and in there he has a whole moment and they wait and he speaks about certain things while they're shooting, that for example the wind at when he's on the cross, the wind was not planned. He speaks about these like moments that are just like, yo, we debate about it and whatever, but they're just moments that I could tell you about, that it's like there was something supernatural about what we were doing.
Yeah.
And for me personally, it changed my whole life, flipped my whole life upside down, to the extent that that's the last big movie he did, because they just like, you got into this Jesus thing a little bit too much. It's supposed to be acting. You're doing this thing now.
The other interviews I've seen with him is he said it had a negative effect on his acting career. Less gigs, no one wanted to use him for that, and he walked into the street, people were saying, "Hey, is that Jesus?" So it's like, yeah, that affected his ability to be other characters.
Yeah, okay, that's a different perspective,
But do you think, seeing that it was directed by Mel Gibson, I know we're veering off already, seeing it was directed by Mel Gibson, if Jesus was black, do you think the beating would have been harder? I'm just saying.
Wow. Yeah, everything was fine.
And we're back.
We're back. Yeah, TK's back.
Hey. Yeah, well.
Guys, it's August. It's mid-year. It's the time of mid-year fatigue. People are getting tired. We're getting closer to the end of the year. We're getting closer to Black New Year. It's December, right?
December is next month.
Yeah.
December
I
is
don't know what
next
they call it.
month.
Is it? I hear equinox. I don't know these things.
Which one is that one?
When spring comes, it's like the Black New Year. And people have explained, I don't know about the moons and the stars, but if you know, please put in the comments, educate us. But it's like known as the real New Year, apparently.
Black New Year. Which one is that?
They say it's September.
It's September. In September.
Like the African one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it African New Year?
Yeah.
Esh. How many New Years do we have in a year?
People have different New Years.
There's different New Years
for different people. You could decide today's your New Year, my
cultures.
brother.
I'm
can
not
decide.
gonna do that. I'm just gonna.
I mean, pick a day.
It's August for me, and it's gonna stay August for this
There's
month.
just too much pressure in New Year for me.
There's too much
I
pressure.
need
on
it to
you.
be where it is currently.
The 1st of
Yeah.
November. I mean,
So-
No,
January, excuse me.
December there.
The first
End of
yeah.
December. Yeah, I need there.
So for those who are tired, I think what we need to do is we need to give unsolicited advice that people aren't asking for. If you were to give advice to someone who's not asking for advice, what advice would you give?
Take it, don't say my brother.
Oh yeah! Shout out, producer. Turn our
Thank you.
our glass. Appreciate it.
So
The-
are
the-
the days of our lives.
Yeah.
Watch it before you weekend.
Yeah, so guys, don't get confused. Not really an hour, right? But just gives us a direction of what we're doing.
Also, we
Unsolicited
just like
advice.
it.
Oh, we just like it. Nah?
Yeah, we just-
Yeah,
it's
it's
cool.
for vibes.
Bobs.
Unsolicited advice. Yeah, unsolicited
Mm.
advice. Like what? Like hold strong.
If you're asking for a head, wash your balls first.
What does that have to do with mid-year fatigue?
Because
Like,
some people
I can't
just
even
need
get the
head
words out
and then
of-
they can continue. So you don't need a Red Bull. Sometimes you just need good head.
Why aren't you getting it all the time though?
Come on now, somebody.
Like if it's not all the time,
But also giving head can get tiring.
Why?
Either girl or guy, doesn't matter.
Huh?
why is it tiring?
Your
Why
jaw
are you
gets
doing
tiring.
things wrong, Nani.
Your
Stop
jaw.
doing things wrong. You'll be fine.
You're talking about the technique. Be respectful enough to wash your balls if you want head. That's what I'm saying. Some of these men just go, it's been a long day. And they take off their pants.
Oh my.
And everything
Oh
smells like
my.
salt in the room.
You know this how? Let's just go there.
I hear women complain, I read the tweets.
To
Just
be-
like that, he pulled his pants
to-
down.
To be honest. To be honest. Yeah. If we're being honest.
I was
If
gonna
we're
say
being
something
honest.
a lot more decent than that. Yeah.
Please let's go with your more decent stuff.
I was just gonna say, you know,
Oh, we're just going to talk about prayer.
TK, wow, so such little
Where's he
faith in
going?
me,
Where's he
TK.
going?
Oh my gosh.
I was complaining
Yeah,
about
pray,
the
guys.
last week's TK. And I was like, you a lot, my G. I forgot.
Nope.
Like he made me forget about this week's TK.
Nope.
You are a problem.
He's a
Okay?
big problem.
Tell your parents that you're a problem. Your advice, sir.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, like, you know, hold on, keep strong. The period where you don't see your boss anymore is coming. Like you won't.
This
have-
is why we don't need motivational speakers.
Amen.
This thing, they're all reading from the same books. Anyway, we'll get to that. I got an issue with motivational speakers.
I want to be one.
Yeah, what's the issue with motivational speakers?
I want to be a motivational speaker, so don't hate.
For real?
Hey man, we getting going. What's wrong?
Just
Do you have a
real.
problem? Like, why are you saying for real? Is it because you just don't like motivational
Yeah,
speakers,
is it
or you
for
don't believe
real?
that I should be one? And I'm asking like for real, for real. You just
No.
don't think that I can be an
I
actual.
never thought you'd go that route.
Hubaning.
Ellen, his
I'm-
comment does not hold any weight. I just want you to know that.
I'm very motivational.
For real?
You know, the producer's tone sounds like one of those, well, I go to church now. You do?
You do? And they allowed you in?
Since when? Pray quickly, let's see something. Let's see something.
Do something. Give me something churchy. I would tell my unsolicited advice would be go and say something wild to your bosses. It's mid-year. They can't fire you right now. It's difficult to get people at this time of the year. So-
guys, that's terrible.
Did you say go and say something?
Yeah, it's like
I said go and say something. Did I say what?
you'll get suspended and then come back, Jan. You don't have a job.
You've got
And the people
5
watching this watch
months.
this at work.
You said unsolicited. Okay, hold on. Let me just rethink that.
Take leave.
Excuse me.
before the public holiday.
My advice compared to yours
no.
was
That
way
makes
better.
sense. I'm speaking for you, ladies. It's Women's
Don't
Month. I'm saying if you're gonna give head to clean balls, and you're complaining.
Okay, riding off of what he said, I'm gonna advise you to give head and give it often. It helps
Are you
the
talking to
giver.
women or men?
This is for women. This is for women. Give head, give it often. It helps clear your mind.
Whose mind?
Huh?
Her mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
it helps you to.
no long walks on the beach. No walking outside.
It's
Get some
dangerous. It's South
air,
Africa here.
Catch
This
some,
you can do
get
indoors.
Some sun.
You can do this indoors, anywhere,
Ah,
anytime.
you guys.
It costs nothing.
Guys, you
Yeah,
guys.
in my head, I sometimes
your-
wonder. What?
I don't understand how I am encouraging women to do something for men, right? And you guys are complaining. As men, you are complaining.
I won't lie. I sometimes think when women are giving head, they're probably going, "How long must I be down here for?"
Do you know the amount of women that actually enjoy it, that do it for them and not for you?
Really?
Find somebody that does it for them and not for you.
Find someone.
Well, you can't. It's a bit late now.
I can't.
Damn it, it's late. but yeah, there are people that enjoy it for themselves, and I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me, and it clears your mind.
Oh man.
Yep.
You learn something new every day. Happy Women's Month. In light of giving head.
You know, I learned. You know, I found out something very interesting.
Yes.
That's gonna make this moment so awkward. I found out this weekend that my dad watches this show.
Oh dear. Well, you should have started with that.
But what if he secretly laughs and he watches this stuff and goes, hey, hey.
Listen,
Oh my god!
I'm thinking today's is the worst ever. Hey, now wasn't the time for you to say that.
Hey, timer. Yeah,
Fun.
yo,
If I ever have to
wow,
meet
man.
you, nah, I guess so.
you guys
They
are
make me
so
do this.
wild,
I-
man.
I'm
You
so
guys
sorry.
are so wild. Oh my gosh.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
My children watch it, so now I just encourage people to give other
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Head. My kids watch it.
But
So.
your kids are
yeah,
like
yeah.
25.
I almost said Mao. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just grab a cup, you watching before your weekend. 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 Hey, you watching before your weekend.
When we said Amajana people, please create beef, I didn't mean it like this.
And it's your fault, TK.
I wanted
It's
to.
you.
They saw your clip.
It's you.
They saw
All
it.
your fault.
Oh,
Don't
you know what?
retract now.
Let me get the guy with
Don't
the list. What's his
retract
name again?
now. Yeah, don't retract. You said
your
you want
chest.
people to beef. They are
Stand up.
beefing now.
Okay, clearly
Stand
there's
on
no
business.
artistry to it. Like they're not like us, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You make me tired. I
It's,
don't lie.
it's whack, bro. Like, it's just, there's nothing to it. Niggas just need to work. Guys need to leave Pori alone. That's it. It's just that Pori's also, he's, I think it gets, not everybody can handle the getting poked all the time, I guess, at the end of the day. You know, because he's constantly getting poked by different people. You know, and it's almost like everybody's negative is his fault. And it's funny because that sounds like Drake, right? Like, you know, people's, yo, Drake this, Drake that. Yo, niggas do a tour. The tour in Canada doesn't sell out. It's Drake's fault. How is it Drake's fault? And Drake was his house. Just because your tickets didn't sell, homie. Feel me?
Yeah, I guess it's very easy to not understand how it is when you're at the top.
Yes.
So it's very easy to blame. And I think it's also like South African culture. Like, oh, if you like come from the poorest to poor, you go, oh, but the middle class is messing us up.
Yeah.
Middle class going, oh yes, but the Van Wyks are messing us up.
Yeah.
And there's this chain, and then they'll go, the upper class going, oh, but the crime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, but you guys are kind of paying for the crime.
Yeah, but-
Technically, the upper class needs to admit that. You guys are technically
Yeah,
funding
they are.
crime.
Yeah, they're funding crime for sure. Most definitely.
So this blame game becomes a chain. And it's like, oh, this is how we function as, and I guess as
Society.
I don't want to say, oh, as the world, I kind of want to make us accountable as South Africans. Like, this is
Yeah.
this is our issue. They might have the same in every other country, but we have things we can fix here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely. And in this equation, for me, it is that. Because you're right. It's like, yo, take accountability for your actions. Take accountability for your career.
Yeah.
Take accountability. You get what I'm saying? Where, yes, it's like, you can't, not in 2024, you can't have gatekeeping chats, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we're way past that.
I feel like that's why, like, for me, it's always and I think you know this more about me. I don't want to be invited to tables. I want to build a table
Yeah.
because I see how the space works. It's the gatekeeping nature is always there for tables that you never built.
Yeah, but you know what I learned? And I'm glad you said that. if I built the table, I have the right to gatekeep the table. It's mine.
True. Good point.
It's mine.
Very good point.
But then
So-
when does it end?
No, it doesn't end. It's my
It's
table.
my table, yeah.
So here's the example I used I had a chat recently actually.
Yeah.
I said, at your house, you gatekeep your house. You have every right. It's yours. That gatekeeping doesn't ever need to end. So when we're in it, when you let us in and Sia finna pull up and you saying no, they buzzing at the gate. He's like, yo, Sia's at the gate. He says he knows you from AMP.
Yeah.
You saying no.
Okay, cool.
It's your house.
But then we always compare how Jewish people are so successful, especially in business, because they allow other Jewish people in, right? So I'm going to look at this on like as a whole, and then you're going to say white on white, right? So they're going to let their people in. But then when I build my table, then all of a sudden I can now gatekeep and I'm not allowing other black people in. It's not a matter of must. You don't have to. But at which point are we like going to assist and help other people get in there?
As humanitarians,
Yeah.
As humanitarians, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
But
So
But who's gonna start doing
like
it
Jewish
then?
people don't do that either.
they look after each other.
They look after each
the
other.
Afrikaans
Fine.
community.
No. So here's the thing, and I take this note from the Italians, right? It's not just because you're Italian. It is because it's who do you know in the community that brings you to this table. So I'm definitely gatekeeping my table or my space, even to another Italian or Jewish, until you're introduced into to be like, yo, I've got a homie, do you have space? No. Of course, because you vouch for him.
Yeah.
That's why in the Italian mafia there was a rule where it says you can't introduce, like I can't meet somebody new by myself.
Yeah.
So TK and I, you can't go, yo, TK wants to meet you and then TK and I go meet. No, you have to be in the room
Yeah.
for the connect to happen, right?
Okay.
So when I picked up on that as like a whole thing, I realized, oh snap! So that's essentially there is that, but the advantage for them is what they do is that they bring each other type of thing, you know. So for me, it's not necessarily the fact of, excuse me, the issue is not really we're not helping or we're gatekeeping the community out. It's like we firstly have to try build our own table first and foremost. Then secondly, it's a conversation of what's happening slowly but surely is we're just here. It's just us. I really only do business with like 5 people. That number extends to their 5 people.
Okay.
And then their 5, right? So I'm not sitting at the table with 50 people. Because to a very large degree, I'm not finna sit with a table with 50 people because I don't have capacity for 50 people. Whereas for Jewish people down the line, they have a building that can hold 50 people. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if that illustration makes sense, but for me, that's how I've come to just understand it. Like, because if you look at like how guys in Venda move, like they move, even Zulu people move.
You gotta
like
just
that.
admire how their unity.
Yeah, they move like that, but you pick up on the there's gotta be the connect. They're not just bringing you in just because you're Zulu. Like that's not like the entry point of it.
Yeah.
It's not just because you're Venda. It is because you're next to somebody they know. Then comes that other aspect that brings you in. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I guess like in black communities, rural areas especially, and on townships, when they ask, "What's your name?" they're essentially asking, "Whose family do you represent?"
Who you
Because
connected
to. If the surname sounds familiar, okay, you're actually kind of family to some degree.
Yeah.
We should treat you differently.
yeah.
The problem is it ends there. It doesn't go. I'm building this. You're building this. Is the way we can collaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
It works like that with Calvin,
no,
it's
okay.
like with Nigerian people, actually from any other African country. They say, my brother, I'm seeing my brother. It's not really their brother. It's just country folk.
Yeah.
And that is how they're like, oh, you here? Okay, cool. I'll put you onto this, that, and the other.
For
Here in
sure.
South Africa, we're like, and
Because
then
we're afraid of losing. With the little we get, we're afraid that we're going to lose that.
Yeah.
And you got Van Wyk going, be careful, he's going to take your pie. But he's got all the pies.
yeah.
And it's like, sorry, hey,
And he gave you a slice. And
we
then
still want a
when
sponsor. If
on
you
that slice-
own something, it's just an example. I'm not calling you by name.
You know what I'm remembering? What Rupert said at that summit or the conference, and he said, they asked him a question. I just don't remember the question. I just remember his answer. He said, "There's a misconception that in the white community we're all friendly and everybody's cool and everybody's good and we just put each other on." And he said it's actually not the case, right? And I didn't believe him all the way. And I still don't. I partially believe him now with what I'm understanding, because it's like, we're not all good, but I'll let a guy in if he's brought in by somebody I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we're not
That
going
speaks to the
around giving
accountability
charity
thing, though.
because the way we speak about it, and hence why I think they sometimes chuckle at this concept that we put out. It's like, just because someone's black, we must put them on.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
Yeah.
They actually, hence why I explained what I explained in terms of like Jewish, etc. It's like, just because you're black, that doesn't give you the access.
Yeah.
Just because you're Italian doesn't give you the, yeah.
That speaks to the accountability thing, though. You come in because you're associated to someone, because if you mess up, I can go, but you told me.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, we're saying we're trying to build the
100%.
B4UWKND team bigger.
Yes.
Even the people I'm thinking about, if they're not the ones, you guys would probably tell me, say, but TK,
Yeah,
you
you
said you
just
can
need
do
to have that
ABC.
conversation. 100%. Because now, if we pick a random person, if we pick a person that's not connected to any of us, if he moves out of place, who's held accountable for bringing this person
Yeah.
into the room?
Yeah.
Who do we say, yo, TK, you need to just talk to the
Yeah.
guy just to get that straight?
Yeah.
They make sure that somebody can, yo, TK, you need to speak to Thingy, he's moving left, or just address that thing, otherwise it's going to become a problem. Or they allow for the connection for that to take place, because then there's the other rules as well that need to be put in place. So in hindsight, it makes sense. It makes sense when you connect it like that. I do business like that. Like, it's a whole thing for me, because I'm, like, more recently, because of, how things have moved or whatever, I get invited into new circles. I'm very wary of new circles.
Yeah.
Because of getting invited into a circle because of my success, I'm very wary of that. It doesn't matter who's in the circle, because now my issue is I don't know the agenda of the circle. I need a reference.
Yeah.
I need TK to go, yo, there's these guys, we've been doing this, we've been running for 6-8 months. I've done this with them, I've done that with them, they're plotting this. I just thought maybe you should come in because that,
Yeah.
Okay, bet. I'm going to be leaning on TK's chat and even his reference as to who's who in the room. But now we want to move on the notion of just because somebody's black, and then, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's where the era of supporting black comes then in. There's a fault to this notion. Hence why I said, Rupert chuckled before he answered. And I'm like, I think you're lying, bro. That's what I said off the top. I'm like, nah, you're lying, bro. That's not, you guys move together,
Yeah.
But when I later understood the chat, and even when I spent time with a guy that I was doing some stuff with in Cape Town, he then explained that, like, when you listen to how he gets into rooms, when they do it, no, this person referred this person, this, that, like that. There's always that link and the connect, because you've got to fall onto there's got to be information somewhere
Yeah.
that you either getting or are able to,
Yeah.
work with,
Yeah.
type of thing. But we just going, oh yeah, they black. Can you give me somebody black that makes? I mean, it's a start for sure. Fine. I'm not negating the impact of it, but there's this part here that we definitely do negate.
TK once said, you should connect with Ellen. Like, she's, like, her mind, the way it works. And you were like, yeah, bet. I'm sure you're regretting that right now.
Ellen,
What he sold you,
If we was regretting that,
come
we
into
wouldn't
the
be sitting.
package.
We would not be sitting
We
here right
wouldn't
now.
be here.
Yeah, you wouldn't
it's a
be
bit
here.
late now.
We're very honest people.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here.
We don't do the it's not you, it's me. No, it's you.
Yeah, no.
It's always me, guys. And I'm sorry, it's always me.
And I think that's that's interesting to say, like, even in our relationship and our encounter, like, there's people that have come around us and whatever the case is, they've come and gone and whatnot. And it's like, there is that, I'm not really sure about that. It's like, okay, cool, or there's something off about that, but there's this that's positive. If you want to still handle the play, help you out with that. But I think they sus. So then you also know, okay, cool, I'm just handling the business and not really like connecting all the way type of thing. Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to ask, do you guys think there's such a thing when it comes to black people, like nepotism?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
We don't practice it at the
Is
we
it
don't
not
practice it as good as the Watts. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't look at it as empowerment, maybe.
No, but it look.
But it is.
It is.
Yeah,
I would definitely. That's the first place I'm looking.
for sure.
That's the first place I'm looking. I'm looking at friends and family first, and then I will look outside.
Yeah.
Only if they are worthy of being in that position. Don't get me wrong. You're not just there just because.
100%.
But definitely, if I've got any connection to anybody, come through. I know this person. I know how they work. Come through.
Yeah, I always say like I'm pro nepotism on that terms and conditions. I'm with it. Like I'm with LeBron James buying and making sure and doing whatever he needs to make sure that Bronny lands into Lake. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Like yes, because the chairperson of NBA would do that for his son.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So when that news broke out and everybody was coming with nepotism or whatever, I'm like, no. The whole NBA has that.
Everyone's making
All the
money from
institutions have that. So when Bronny does it for himself, now it's a problem. No. Do it, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would always say, like, if I became president, like, that's the first thing I'm doing. Like you said, friends and family, most definitely. But we have to get the job done. So
Yeah.
we're not putting you on just for the sake of putting you on. Like, we got to get the job done. Like, my father's my presidential advisor off the top. Like, I don't care about credential, Who's your advisor? My father. Done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with it. I'm with nepotism for sure. But, with the right terms and conditions. Like, get the job done.
Yeah.
You watching before you weekend.
Let's speak about Ellen's friend, Pastor Mboro.
Samarai.
What's going on there by Pastor Mboro?
The dude actually said, I healed you. Or so papa. He said,
he said
I
that?
healed you.
Yeah.
Yes. He said you were sick. When?
Was she
One of the teachers
employees
or
at the
something
school,
like that.
eh?
Yes.
So what's going on, guys? Yo,
Was he
I'm
not fighting for
seeing-
the custody of
I'm
his
seeing the
It was a
grandchildren?
chats
custody
and
thing.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it blow up. I don't know what is going on.
He went to go and fetch his grandchildren at school, right? So it's a family issue, it's a custody issue, right? And then when he got to the school, they refused to hand over the kids, and he took them by force. So that is what happened. And then
kidnapped
Did the
his
kids
own
want to go?
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
Because I tried to see the footage, and then when I checked, was it ENC or whatnot, they censored most of it. So it's like I can't even see if the kid wants to be.
the children were crying. They were scared. I mean, even if they were little kids. So,
Yeah, so
even if they wanted to go,
the franticness would
Yeah.
probably like just throw them off.
they were screaming and crying. It was
Pastor Mboro South
it's
African.
heartbreaking.
yes.
Yeah. You think about Bushiri?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what
Marange-
mine was. Same what's
There's a few Bushiri, Auflukau. We got a lot in South Africa.
But Botswana, eh?
Yeah.
But
And they're
our
friends with
era-
they're friends with our people.
I know.
Ish.
The squad gang.
Aye. Yeah.
Squad niggas.
Working as bodyguards now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
But
my brother.
also,
My brother.
also, here's the thing, right? I was looking at that thing and I'm like, but how special are you? We like extra, and I can't say black people because I'm going to reference
What
black
are you?
people
What are you
now.
looking at? Sorry.
The Jakes Roberts were in the country, right?
Okay, Mambo Jakes Robert.
TD Jakes' daughter and husband.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're still here, aren't they? Aren't they in
No,
Cape
they
Town?
left yesterday, I think.
Oh, are they are they fleeing from the Diddy?
No. No.
Oh, okay. No.
No.
They're just
No,
building their brand.
Okay, cool.
Yo.
That's dope.
It's like
Pinky and the brain kind of stuff. It's
Taking over the world.
Yes, but not in a bad way.
Because Pops
I,
is in
because
it.
I would have gone.
yeah, that's nepotism. Yeah.
Is it because Pops is in it?
Bona.
Leave the dad
No,
alone.
guys. This woman
No, I'm
is
just checking.
she's a force, right? And I think she's going to reach places that her dad couldn't. I think.
Interesting.
Which is Anyway,
You sound like a follower, a true follower.
she
Fan love. That's what I'm hearing.
there's connection there, right? So in this way, right? I didn't feel like I fit in with the Christian community because of the way I preferred to dress at church. Me and dresses, please don't do that. But I was forced to wear dresses at church, and I was like, oh, okay. Number one, number two, because I didn't speak vernac, I was seen in a different way. So my testimony giving was different to the other testimony giving. They would go, deacons, what, all protocol observed. And I would be like, hey, tada, so God did this for me. That kind of thing.
Hello, hi, everybody.
Yeah, hello, hi. And this is my story. So she was the one that helped me see that you can be you and still have a gift on your life, right? So that's where this comes from. But I'm saying that obviously they travel with security. I didn't see AK-47. I didn't see machetes. I didn't see none of that. You just go in and you come out sharp. You're safe. Why is it that our pastors, now there you are with an AK-47, there you are with a machete, why?
Well, when you're involved in other stuff.
Yeah.
Also, side note,
The maths is easy.
we needed to, hopefully I remember this.
We're doing too much.
The image that machete that Pastor Mboro was holding is from waist to foot. How short?
He's very short. He's tiny. That man is tiny.
Why would you carry something that's half your size? It's also like these women with Stanley cups that, like, have you seen these Stanley cups?
I love them. I want
why
them.
are you comfortable walking around with a cup
Sorry,
like that?
why do you want the Stanley Cup?
Because I like things. That is the only reason why.
that
Thank
couple
you
of
for
I like
so
things.
Thank you for the honesty. I appreciate
I
it.
like things. I collect mugs though. So that's where it comes from.
So you collect flasks now.
Mugs, flasks. I've got like all of those big tumblers, the smoothie things and whatever. I'm just like that type of person.
So
I
you're
like
actively collecting them.
actively, yes. When somebody goes overseas and like, what must I bring you? I'm like, bring me something that is. It mustn't say I love America.
Sand.
No, man.
Water.
You're stupid.
Water 2 liter bottle.
Stones. Back in case it is.
Like in case it is, nah. Just
Shells.
something that's like that you wouldn't just find anywhere. So that gives somebody something to do when they're there. They're going to look for a little mug that is quirky. So I'm that type of person.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have that type of house where like there's certain mugs that we can't use and like in a room divider vibe?
You said most definitely with your chest, so what are you
I
on
mean, you're
about?
collecting. Collectors' items, you can't use.
Did you say room divider?
Yeah, room
He said
divider.
room
You did.
divider.
Shout out,
It's a
room divider.
Because what stays in the room divider there?
It's dividing
We must
the
have room
room.
dividers.
Yeah, boy.
Not our generation, right?
Okay, nah.
Nah.
Because a room divider
there's
for us
no
is like
space for
erasers.
Yeah, we
For us, there's no space.
we're the minimalistic generation.
Because like a room divider for us is like erasers.
Our parents and grandparents are
And
hoarders.
those ceramic chickens.
Yes, and those puppies. Those puppies, the little baby and the lady with the afro and the Jesus picture, all one WhatsApp group.
Starter pack.
Starter pack. Black starter pack. You understand?
We're veering off. We're still talking about Mboro.
Yes. And also, he wasn't very convincing.
Apparently they burnt his church.
They did.
Which I kind of, that's what the part I wanted to talk about. From what I'm gathering, it says the high school kids burnt the church.
Yeah.
Is it in response to what happened at the school?
Yes.
Because on ENCA they interviewed, this is funny, the anchor interviewed some lady saying, this is not a church, this is a cult. There's a difference. It's like, damn, go deeper. Oh, it was good.
I was about to say, I don't think that had to do with the school incident. I think it's more than that.
Yeah, because so she's like, this is a cult.
We were looking for a
there's
reason.
difference. And it's like, she said this man is a rapist and
Yeah,
forward other
I was
crimes.
thinking about that.
It's like,
I was thinking about like
that's
just
an
other
interesting
junk.
point
Yeah.
to pull out.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
They just needed
just,
something to,
you know?
to tip the scales in J&D.
Yeah, we don't need that stuff. That stuff it upsets me, that stuff. And we've had a conversation about this stuff before. Like, I think during the maybe Motosa case,
Yeah.
we probably said, yeah, like that stuff upsets me so much because it's like people don't have to, like have like the hectic, strong faith, blah blah. But it's like, yo, you interrupting just people having some sort of relationship with God,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just because of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
okay, leave the church and go do your stuff in the streets, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, that stuff upsets me. So,
Yeah,
hey,
but,
man,
I mean-
we're not shedding a tear over that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's an interesting response of, I don't even want to say defiance or anything. It's almost like they're standing against, and sometimes standing against something requires you to be violent with how you stand, how you take your stance. And in this case, it was burning a church down. Sometimes being too civil doesn't bring the results. The problem in what I'm saying is, as South Africans, we have a tendency to take it too far.
Too far. Yeah,
So we go,
I know.
Oh,
you
we got the church down. For some
Library.
reason, we think library. School. It's like, I don't understand.
That thing jars me. Like, why would you burn a school or a library?
And when I read stories like that, my brain always wants to try be in the shoes of someone who is inciting that kind of violence or resistance. And the only thing I can think about is, well, they're not gonna pay attention to me if I'm burning down an American store that has nothing to do with my township. But if I take down a library, you're forced to listen to me because that's how angry I am. That's the only reason I could come to. But like, that's the only way you can sometimes get a government to listen to.
I hear that now.
Because how many times have we complained as South Africans and the government just keeps ignoring or making excuse for nothing happening until school burns down or a child dies? Now suddenly a minister wants to come and speak.
Here's my argument with that. You'll get the attention, but still won't get the result. So what's the point of burning the school?
Yes.
You now don't have a school.
Yep.
The minister came, the minister spoke, the minister's doing PR. Gone. You now don't have a school. That's my issue with that. And I'm like, I think we need to, revisit I used to say this with my dad when we would speak. I say, I think we missed the part where we were supposed to teach the difference between a protest and striking.
Yeah.
We missed that part. And at some stage, we need to go back because in the protests that we've seen in other countries are that they're not striking, they're protesting. And the violence that gets incited is almost to the frustration of the police or the individuals.
Yeah.
But the masses are protesting, and I feel like there are different ways to do that move and to get the result essentially.
Yeah.
For the most part, you definitely need to ask yourself the same question, but the answer has to be different. To say, how do you get attention? And sorry, I'm running a thought in my head as you started speaking, and I actually want to say it. Because the crazy thing about doing that, the burning the school or whatever, it's a reflection of such hectic trauma because it's like self-harming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you do that for a level of either attention, whether for yourself or for people or for the people around you, even like to the extent, anything around that lane, it's like it's that, and for me, it's like it's just a reflection of just where our people are. And hence what I'm saying, just the conversation of, we're not saying don't stand against.
Yeah.
And those are the conversations that were happening in apartheid when we were doing all the protesting and the standing against it. We had more protests during that time than we do now. And when I say that, I mean like the footage shows a certain moment of the protest, but it doesn't show when people are actually protesting.
Yeah.
Right? All the footage that you see from apartheid or whatever is like the strike, and then there's police, and then there's tear gas, and I'm like, and that's what they teach us in high school, just by the way. That's what they teach us, that's what we see, those are the pictures we see. And I'm like, but that's not how that thing starts.
Yeah.
And especially because you've got a white police force that in their head they saying, one mistake I will kill you. So you will incite the violence. Whether you're coming and you're landing, you're just spraying people with water.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even that, I remember my father was bringing that up to say, the method of, there's a protest that's happening and we're sending the police. Not to go police the protest, because that's actually in the Constitution somewhere by actual fact. But we're sending them to defend the civilians against the protesters.
Yeah, it's you're fighting on the wrong side. Yeah.
Well, what's going on?
That's what I felt with the Kenya thing. My flight was delayed by a full day in Kenya. I was supposed to come back a day early, and then they said, "Oh no, they heard news that the protesters are coming to the airport." So they moved us all to a hotel, and like, you can't move because we don't know what's gonna happen.
Tigo's like, yes.
I didn't know. I actually wanted to see, like, is it bad? But at the same time, like,
taking notes.
I wouldn't lie when
Tigo's gonna stop the guy in front. Can I just speak to you after? I need to get here. So what do you say to the guys? I need to take this home.
No, but you know what's scary with that one? I landed in Kenya, and there was a layover for like hours. So I went out to the city. you can hear police, you can hear gunshots and explosions going off in the city. Like, oh damn.
How did you feel then?
You know how TK is. People are walking towards which direction? That way.
All right.
I'm in an Uber, so the guy like stops, like, oh, we can't go there. And it's like, but the guy's house is here. I'm gonna wait here until the flight. Like,
Yeah.
I can't take this. Look, there's people running away. There's police coming. I don't know what to do. And you can smell it in the, you can smell the smoke in the air. Like, oh
Sheesh, that's
damn,
intense.
this is very
He's-
intense.
That's intense.
He wasn't born with some sort of like self-preservation type of
Nope.
gene. This one.
Absolutely.
Because I
not.
don't die.
Wow.
I drowned twice.
Steven
You
Seagal.
drowned.
I'm still here.
You
Chuck-
drowned
giving Chuck
twice?
Norris.
You drowned.
Yeah, I don't know what happened the second time.
You drowned?
Drowned as in because drowned.
Yeah,
means
almost died.
Gevrek.
Ask my mom.
Okay, he almost
Now
drowned.
it's like
Sorry,
just
let me
you-
correct this.
he's
Oh,
almost
yeah, almost drowned.
Yeah.
And
now you're
Still
saying
here.
ask my mom as if it was her fault. No,
No.
you said I want to see what would happen if I just go and sit at the bottom of the pool and try not to.
technically,
Is that what you did?
I was walking in the house blindfolded because I thought I
Oh
know,
my dear
I
Lord.
know, I'm
know
very
the
confident with the
house.
house. Yes, and
playing a
I
game by
made it
yourself.
outside, and then I fell in the water, and I think at first glance, my mom thought I'm having fun because I was jumping up and down for air. She didn't realize I'm actually trying to get air. And then I eventually I passed
Go
out,
on.
and then she realized, oh shit.
This is your fault.
It is.
It's your fault.
Definitely.
Your mother would have run
You,
to
you
help
sound like
you.
those abusive boyfriends. Why are you making me do this to you?
Because she's like, I know him. He's dumb like that. He's just playing. So she left you.
I nearly drowned because I was trying to save somebody.
What?
And then this is primary. So it's interesting because
So you're watching Baywatch every Sunday. You're like, I can do this.
nah, bro, the dude was almost drowning and I could swim. My dad told me how to swim from a young age. So like, I think by the time I was in like grade 3 or grade 4, I could swim.
Yeah.
So we're in the pool and everything. Ow. And now this is you know.
And then when you
the
said
pool with the deep,
Superman,
no, it's the pool
and
with
then
the
you tried
deep
to help.
end.
all,
you know?
all pools have to have a deep end. Like a big pool has to
yeah,
have a deep
yeah,
end.
okay, but this was at school, right? This was at school.
Mm.
You know, we're doing the whole physical education aspect of it, and and we're supposed to be coming out, and homie's like, "Yo,
Yeah.
this guy's not okay."
Yeah.
So this is before I ever saw any video on how to help somebody.
shit.
Nah, I mean, not as I say, but let me
Yeah.
say how to help somebody. You know, because you're supposed to knock them out, like,
Yeah.
you know, and they like.
That's the
Oh.
last step. Firstly, you're like, now I want to get to the knocking out part. I want to knock
That's what
someone
they
out.
say. They say you must knock them out.
And you just like, that
then
time the
they
person
pause
is
out,
not
then
even drowning. You just want to knock somebody out.
No, the internet said. Why don't you punch me? The internet
The
said.
internet said I must knock you out.
You,
I needed you to stop flailing
you forgot
in the
the
water.
part where if I'm not responding,
If you're in the water with somebody you didn't like, you just, and then when they say, "What's going on?" No, you were drowning, my brother. You were drowning, and then says it must hit you out. So I try to help dude, and he did the whole thing, like, you know, trying to step
Yeah,
out.
yeah. They don't talk about how difficult it is to actually save somebody. As a good swimmer, it is very difficult.
I was dying. No, I was definitely
Mm-hmm.
dying, and I'm like, this little nigga feel like kill me.
I'm like,
I'm like,
I'm gonna leave.
yo, like this guy's
Fine.
finna kill.
Like,
I
you
was
should die just
panicking
because.
for
I'm
my
leaving.
life. I was panicking for my whole entire life. But yeah, he came right, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. Like, no, I'm not.
you
doing
should
that.
die just because.
And then my cousin nearly drowned. We were playing at some house. This is in the house now.
Black people, are you hearing the common problem?
What is the common
That we need to go learn how to swim. Well, I learned how to
No,
swim
no,
after the
dude.
drown. My mom sent me to swimming school.
It's very important.
Yeah.
You need to do it as a child, like as a
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
take the kid. You need to take a kid.
She's only 4 months.
Hey, she needs to learn
So
how
in
to
the
swim.
next 2-3
I
months.
went on O ship and I couldn't swim.
Why are you risking your life? bro?
Why?
I'm here with
Who
you.
are you
What if
trusting?
it's Titanic?
Did you say I'm here now?
Yeah,
What if it's Titanic?
I'm here.
When you'd never go
I
out
will
to
see you, but
But
you're
you-
planning to go again. That's the thing.
like ever. Even if you learn, can you swim? First of all, you can't.
So you're not planning to go on a boat?
I don't think my ancestors try and go back there.
I don't
Go
like
back.
that response.
No.
Oh,
I don't like that response.
He said, I don't think my
This needs
ancestors.
a bonus episode.
What did he say?
I don't think my
said-
ancestors are trying to go back.
Go back there. First First of all,
We are Africans.
You are
You know-
closer. You didn't come from anywhere. Wayne, you've been here.
We are people of the soil, the nature, the wind, the fire, the water. Listen to us.
Exactly, bruh.
So yacht
I've been
life.
swimming
So yacht
since I was
life.
3.
Nothing. Yacht life.
Nah, 'cause
Nothing.
My
remember
ancestors
on
aren't
the
trying
old ship,
Yeah.
the
I feel-
boat can't go to the shore, so you have
Yeah.
to stop somewhere in the middle so that we can go into these
That
lifeboats
was
and then
scary. I don't want to lie.
onto
It's
the
the
island,
fact. It's
right?
the fact that he's saying where the ship was, the water's different from there.
So,
Brother,
so now
same thing. My
I
brother.
just asked that guy if he can give me that orange jacket. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
life
saying? So I can
But
go
we
to
all
It's called a
had
life.
them
It's called a
on.
life
Yeah,
check.
I
Life
asked him
jackets
first, and then he's like, "You're gonna get it." I'm like, "I see." It's
called a life
check.
Good. I saw people float with that thing.
See, please don't.
We're on Titanic. That's how you saw it.
Jack.
But you know what, right?
That time we still need to talk about Connie. Come.
Asia.
Don't do that, TK.
Sorry, I saw this like, yo.
Oh, don't worry about
Don't
this.
worry about that.
Yes.
That's just there.
It's
We
vibes.
gotta respect people's lunch hours.
They cool. Y'all are cool, right?
Fine.
Exactly.
It's
You guys
mid-year.
cool.
It's
Exactly.
to help you over the mid-year slump. Come on.
Van Heerden is watching.
Yeah, yeah.
He better be watching.
Tell
We're
tell
watching
your
him here.
tell your boss you're in an important Zoom meeting.
Exactly.
Those people are doing it again.
Is that you realize, if I didn't realize the magnitude, how big God really is until I got onto that ship. Because to be
that was-
surrounded-
sorry, I
by water.
apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I excuse me. I'm interrupting you to speak, but that was like last month.
What?
Oh shit.
You were on a ship. This ship
that's
you're talking
December,
about.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
this is
No, this was
Yeah.
this was 2 months ago.
Yeah, so?
You only realized God's that 2 months ago.
No, man.
Oh.
I'm just thinking like,
I'm on this whole time. What's been going on?
nah, man. I'm just thinking like, if God just has to say, like he's sitting there and he's like, "Iripe," and that is my fear.
And then the
Every
wave,
time
and then the
people
wave
say,
goes.
"Vuya Jesu," I'm like, are you sure that you want Jesus to actually come back? Are you really for real sure?
Then I was like, we alright.
Because why?
You think they want to save
The
you?
Titanic was filled with
in
white
there, too,
people.
with me.
They're gonna help you when? When are they going to help you? When they're gonna help you?
They're gonna help themselves. and
Right?
I'm gonna be helped in the process
Because
Who's helping?
because they don't wanna sink.
Yeah.
Right? No.
First of all,
the Titanic sank, my brother.
you like 1.2.
there was no black
Light
person.
years ago.
There was no black person in sight. I just
Light
watched.
years ago. We couldn't afford the
That's
boat.
also because we couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford the trip. It was an expensive trip.
They even had white people working in there.
Yeah, that's how expensive it was.
There were no black people working. The white people working on the
They
ship.
weren't gonna save you, bruh. Even in 2024, anything happens, you are not on their radar. Not because you're 1.2, but because, you know,
Why did you do that?
Wow, why?
I love you.
you just close your eye?
Do you hear the? While we're on the
all the same.
Titanic, did you get the? There's information going around about what happened to the Titanic. Did I say this?
The
in last-
insurance chat.
No, you
the two
didn't.
Titanics. There's 2 ships. That one.
Nah, the Rothschild chat.
I've heard about that one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
happened?
Oh,
thought you were referring to the fact that there were 2 Titanics
Yeah.
and they swapped the names.
Firstly, I know that one,
Yeah.
but then
Fill us in, guys.
Aren't they like banking people?
So,
yeah, the banking people one. Yeah, so the Rothschilds killed the 5 other families so that they could. That's the summarized story.
Yeah.
So the Rothschild, the guys that run the world right now, they killed the 5 families that were running the world before, and those 5 families were on the ship.
Yeah.
So they shrunk the ship so that we can take over.
Yeah. And
Gang stuff, gang violence.
Yeah.
big.
Also with the chat, there was a separate Titanic that's
Wow.
similar to the
Yes,
Titanic. That's
yes.
like, they swapped the names so they can claim insurance on the older Titanic.
Yeah.
Hey.
And the person there's a person that's supposed to go on the ship who said, I don't want to go anymore. Yeah. And no one asked, why do you not want to go?
Yeah. No.
Hold on, guys. Before the ship leaves, let's ask this nigga.
And then they talk about yeah, but you know how South Africa is. You know how the country is now. Hello. You guys have been corrupt. You guys have been messing and
Been,
meddling.
man. It's been.
It's
They invented.
fine. Who are we to say anything?
8 people have invented corruption, for sure. But anyway.
Who are we?
Let's
Moving
before
along.
I think before as we get to I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about the Kamala Trump thing and Pretoria girls,
Let's
but
go.
more importantly,
Let's wrap it up.
Connie,
Yeah.
the legendary actress,
Yeah.
passed away at 72.
That's. She lived, dog. That's crazy.
And she looked so healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, at 70, you know, you should
Pili.
I mean, already at 60, you're struggling. If physically
Yeah.
it starts, I think.
But like how she looked, like, oh,
No,
wow.
definitely. Like, I mean, she did, but I think that's what I'm saying. Like, at 60, you'll feel it and whatever,
Yeah.
and especially if you catch something like that's a little bit like chronic or whatever. Obviously, like, but 70 was a good hold.
Yeah.
That's a solid one.
And working.
And
As
work,
hard
yeah,
as
because
she
that's
was working.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Like, she was still working. Like
Solid
now,
catalog.
Yeah.
yeah, she didn't want to stop. Like, she really just wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
Right? And I think I admire that.
Mm.
Like, and I say that to people, like, when they ask, like, retirement plan. I'm like, I don't plan to retire.
Yeah.
I plan to do what I do till
Yeah.
it's my time.
I hate how death is a sobering thought, not a fearful one. Sobering.
Yeah.
I know some people are afraid of it. It's like, I don't think we have a reason to be afraid of it, but we have every reason to go, wait, let me think about a few things. So you and I lost a common friend, or not friend, someone we knew.
Yeah, someone we knew, definitely.
Already my mind went,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
he's
crazy.
like a year above me. We're doing similar things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, oh, is my stuff sorted? Because I heard, like, I went to their service this week.
Shut up.
And I was like, and I'm just seeing the people are there, seeing where everyone's at in their life, and of course, now you're forced to, like, take stock of your own life. Like, okay, wait, what do I keep pushing that should have actually been done? And it's like, I don't like it, but it's like, we have to. Death will always just do that to you. Make you
Yeah.
go, yeah, clock's ticking, and it's not ticking in the negative. You still have time. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people operate from a place of fear when it comes to such news. Go, oh, do I have enough time? No, you got time. It's a gift. You got it every day when you wake up. But what are you doing? How are you maximizing it? Yes, you plan for tomorrow, but you maximize today. How are you maximizing it?
Yeah, I think my process was like, at first when I was having that thought, it was like, the part where you're saying these things that you push back and this and the third, and I'm like, sometimes it can put you in a place where you feel like now in the short term you do a whole bunch of things and achieve a whole bunch of things in a very short space of time, which is unrealistic. And then for a minute it created that for me. It, like, I put myself under immense pressure because I'm like, time, and this was like probably in like the past 3 years or so, just losing different people. I think it's crazy that we're at that age, actually. Like, I think
Because it always seemed like a far thing.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think it probably hit me maybe like last year, probably, because my year is pretty much for the past 3 years. I think it's pretty much just gone like that. I think that's wild. Like, you're at that place where you're gonna experience the back to back. When you were younger, it was like, not that it wasn't happening. It was just like such a far-fetched concept because everybody immediate to you was just there.
Yeah.
This goes back to a conversation we had in December. I don't know if you guys remember. We were speaking about the quality of friendships.
Yeah.
Like, when you reach a certain age, now you're thinking about the people you decide to call friend now. You kind of have to think of that in the back end. Like, you're there for me in the fun times. Are you there at the funeral?
Yeah.
Are you gonna care for the people I care about? And it's like, when I went there, it's like, oh, it's interesting to see. And of course, there's going to be other people in the services, funerals, whatever happens. But it's like, when you see the associations you have, you got to measure the quality of the relationship you created for them. Is it valuable enough for them to go, I don't just want to be there when it's fun.
Yeah.
I'll be there in your trauma. And that's the sobering thought.
You saying like the whole thing of like people being at the funeral or whatever. I think I've like changed with the times. Like, I used to think about it like that when I do take the moment to think about it, but now I think about it from like a content perspective. It's like, when they run the whole content situation, it's like, even now I'm watching like the Connie situation,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is where people then have that moment which I hate, where they claim the
I was there.
relation,
Yeah.
and they claim the connection,
Yep.
screenshots of chats.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Oh, that is
cringy.
cringe. That is so cringe. Unless you were a friend. Don't do
Yeah,
those
I think
screenshot
that whole
things.
thing is just it's just weird, and then
Yeah.
we're all just trying to catch. Because like, I watch it and I'm like, what are we doing? Because I question it when I'm in that moment, when I've lost somebody close, like when we
Yeah.
lost Mboro. Sibeng, it was like, it's like I wanna express, but also at the same time, it's like I don't want you to misunderstand. I'm not doing this for likes and comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then it's also like, it's such a weird thing. It's almost like when we're talking about the people being emotional on lives and posting videos, like the whole fire thing, and now you're recording your house burning down. It's like it's that. It's such a like a trippy thing or trippy response that people have now in this time. Where immediately you wanna go to it. For me, when I watch it, I just see it just a form of, it's a moment of content.
Yeah.
It's a moment of content, and I want to be relevant.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When
It's so distasteful.
when you lose someone close, when do you guys delete the number?
I don't ever. That's a good one. I've never thought of
I
that.
asked you the other day, right? I have someone's number. I was just scrolling through my phone, like I didn't know what to do. I was like, should I delete it?
That's interesting. I don't. I know I don't, because I also don't delete conversations. I have probably like 2 or
There's some
3.
moments in the conversations,
Yeah, that I go back to. There's media, there's whatever. So I don't delete it. I think at the point that it gets lost organically, I guess that it is what it is. But I've never even thought about it at all.
Yeah.
But I think that's my stance on that. Like,
I'll tell you what though, in the 50 years I have left or more, you better laugh at my funeral, guys. It's gonna be hilarious because you're gonna take these clips and go, yes, like let's listen to this, man.
we're not laughing at your funeral.
There will be no tears, guys. It's a celebration.
I also don't like
after
that.
passing 100.
That I don't like.
DJ somebody. We're celebrating. Yeah, but what don't you like? What don't you like? Sorry.
There mustn't be any tears at my funeral. Who are you to tell me or to show me how to
somebody
mourn?
says that?
Yeah, don't
mourn the loss, but then laugh.
It's okay. It's bad
Play
for
the
your
music
show.
I like.
Also, yes. To
Superman
that,
by Eminem. I'm playing.
yes.
Don't use that one. That's a
Wow.
weird song to use at a funeral.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just my morbid sense, and I've said it before, that I actually have, and it comes from witnessing my mom's funeral. I have exactly how I want my funeral to be.
That's crazy.
Because of the trauma that was watching how my mom's funeral played out and how many people had their hands in the pot, and it didn't reflect the person that she was. I was like, okay, this is exactly how I want my funeral to run. The playlist changes from time to time. There's some sketchy music there, but it's exactly how I want my funeral to be run.
Yeah, my mom has these conversations, and I'm just like, Mom, please, bro.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's bad when you. It's difficult. Let me put it that way. It's difficult when your mom is saying, "This is how I want my funeral to," because you don't want to ever think of yourself in that time. But if my mom had, and she actually did voice it out, that this is what I want. This is especially what I don't want. We went into especially what she didn't want, and that's how it was run. So yeah, morbid, but it is what it is.
Rest in power.
I think that's the one time, like, I had a conversation when that came up. I just said to her, I think that's the one time the family will probably see like just a different side of me, because a lot of stuff won't fly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I basically said to her. It's like, how are you gonna handle your aunts and your uncles? And I was like, they probably just gonna see a side of me that they just have never experienced before, because it's like, it's the wrong place to want to play politics, to want to play dominance, and it's the wrong place and the wrong time.
Also, give over to you stop being immediate family once you have children. So once my child is of age, my sister can have an input, but my daughter is going to say, this is what's going to happen, this is what's the sisters, the whatever, they lose that kind of power over how they're going to run.
Yo, in black homes,
things.
that don't even
but
fly, bruv. You still a
doesn't fly,
child. You 35, you're still a child. Boy,
That's true.
Yeah,
My
boy, you
cousin,
better sit down.
he, and I'm so sorry to the family. It's not like they watch, so okay, safe. Before
They've downloaded all the TikTok
Yeah,
highlights.
that's what you think.
So he put a video as to how he wanted his funeral to be conducted when he passed away, and that's exactly how it was run. His wife did it the way he wished it to be.
And that's dope.
And I was like,
It's
yes.
very respectful.
And the family was like, what is happening here? Why are we doing this? This is not the way we do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut up
Yeah.
and listen. It's good.
Have we passed the hour?
Can we start
this again?
Shout out. That would be dope.
Man, it's been good. I wanted to talk about the riots and Puerto Rico's, but I guess Puerto Rico's thing's still going on. We're gonna have this for next week as well.
Yeah, let's quickly wrap up the two most important things that are happening right now. The Olympics, right? It's been why are you doing this?
signaling?
Why are you signaling negative? Yeah, I'm not, you know what? It's fine actually. Are you watching?
No,
that's
I'm
a
watching
no.
highlights.
Yeah, shout out. You see,
Yeah.
at least you gotta watch something.
Yeah, I think the only
Unlike
thing I
some
really care
people.
about is the basketball.
Oh
And I
yeah,
love the Sudan story. Oh,
yeah.
Sudan story is so close to my heart. And I heard them like almost lose when I heard them almost beat USA in the pre-games.
In the beginning.
And
Yeah.
then you hear the interviews compared to like how USA does their typical things. Oh yeah, it's a good game. We love shut up.
What did they say?
Sudan was like, in South Sudan, we don't have indoor courts. We don't have basketball courts. We're just a group of refugees who came together and wanted to play this game.
Dope.
How does your heart not sink?
It's a movie.
Yo!
It's a movie. It's a movie.
And then you hear the stories like,
Yeah.
you guys are all refugees.
That's
And the coach is the only guy
Damn.
from South Sudan who's made it to the NBA before. And his mission was like, let me bring basketball to South Sudan. It's such a beautiful story. It's like, forget
dope.
all these first world countries who are playing well, yes. But these are guys who don't have the privilege of saying, yeah, we have 18 courts and a whole infrastructure of the BAL, the NBA, and stuff. They don't have that.
Yeah.
This idea is IP of TK Masilo. If we see you put this out, we're coming for you. Based on this, I've got good lawyers. Anyway, that's a fire. That's a fire story. Like,
they had the
beautiful.
best interview I've ever seen. Like, okay, now the guy's like, we don't have indoor basketball courts. We're a group of refugees who just want to play this game, and because we're refugees, we're playing for something bigger.
Oof. Damn.
Even if you lose, done. You've won the hearts of people.
Yeah.
Damn. And then throw in Lyle's post interview.
World champions of
The NBA
what?
world champion. World champions of what? World champions of what? There's a bunch of guys in one country saying this is the world champions.
Yeah.
Yo, powerful stuff.
So he's the world champion.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Has that? I don't know if it's a lady or guy.
Say
So
it
y'all
now,
know,
say it
right?
now, say
So
it
y'all
now.
know, right? Alright, cool. So everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
Alright, cool.
No, you can sit here and say it. We'll put the camera on you. You can say it.
Are you
man.
retracting that?
Hey man, we ain't get involved, man.
Alright.
Leave that alone.
The
Leave that
views
alone.
of
The views of, you understand?
yeah.
Sharp. That
What
go.
I would like to bring to everybody's attention.
Shy Ellen. Yeah? I'm just saying.
I saw those punches like.
You know what, nah? Guys, stop it.
Have you never seen someone get hit so hard? They contemplate their entire career.
Umulaile.
I don't know if I should be here.
You shouldn't. You and I know exactly what you're referring to, but you shouldn't.
Yo, she got on her knee, she cried.
But that's exactly why people were saying, stop.
I think the reason why it's so funny is because we've seen street fights where someone gets hit so hard.
Yeah.
They regret. Like, I don't know. I was saying, you know what? Come here. I am sorry.
I don't know, man. Come on, why are we fighting? Come on.
Oh. Sorry for the overtime, people.
Yo, man.
What I wanted to
So
talk
wrong.
about was
You are wrong.
So wrong, sis.
Yeah, you are so wrong. So wrong.
what I wanted to talk about was Noah Lyles now being the sprinter champion. He tweeted after going, he tells a story, I was this, I am this. He's like, I'm dyslexic and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
for a dyslexic person, this is really well articulated. Because,
No, but autocorrect, come on.
or social media manager, hopefully. It's like, this is your grammar is 100% correct for someone who's dyslexic. This is not how you win the hearts of people if you this well articulate.
What, he was supposed
Like
to
he's-
misspell some stuff.
Yeah, it's believable. Because now he's gonna do the rest. Like, got 3 kids in Harvard and I can't afford. Just continue down the rabbit hole now. Just tell us all your problems. And my dad hates me. So now, can we make a shoe?
So why are you saying he's not the champion?
No, he is the champion.
Oh,
It was the fact that after that, he's on, like, I want my own sneaker now.
yeah, he's wilding out a little bit.
it's
Calm
not-
down.
Relax.
Calm down. Relax. He's thinking it's bold. No, bold is 9.5, my brother.
Yeah.
9.5. That's a different conversation.
What's the South African guy? Akani? Simbani?
Yeah.
Is it Sambani?
Simbani.
Akani
Simbani.
I don't know.
Simbini.
How's the surname?
Simbini.
Simbini. Okay.
Excuse me, Simbini.
Is he
Yeah.
Tswana?
Xhosa,
Akani?
Simbini.
Akani, yeah, what Akani?
Interesting.
It's your buru.
Please just excuse us. I'm sorry.
We're doing it for you guys. It's your culture. You're going, nah, he's not one of us.
They like, is that what it was?
Simbini.
Yeah, he ran solid.
National record South African, all right?
Yeah.
9.82.
Yeah,
very
yeah.
impressive.
Just by a little bit, man.
How?
He missed the third.
Oh,
Where were you?
No, I'm like, what do you mean just like a little bit? That's like a lot.
So he's the fastest person in South Africa right now.
Yes, he beat.
I don't know who the fastest person in Africa is. Do we have that? Are there? I'm sure there's championships like that, right?
It's called the Olympics.
No, for Africa specifically.
No. What do you mean?
We should actually have our own African
wait,
Olympics. We have-
TK, wait, hold.
We don't have money.
yeah,
But hold. You are wondering who's the first person in Africa?
Yes.
They'll be at the Olympics, and he is at the Olympics.
Now let me say why I'm saying this. Someone raised this. Was it Danny Jordan? I forgot who said it. They said, I think only 2 or 3 countries in Africa came to the Olympics. There's 54 nations.
Okay,
That's a valid point. I forgot who said it. It was just as it started. Like,
Came
why?
to or
Where the other?
qualified for?
Very, very good question. I
Yes.
don't know.
Which nation
But-
took 67 officials?
Yeah.
I read it.
Officials.
Yeah, there's like
To
one.
go and watch.
There was like one athlete and 67 officials. Or something. I forgot.
Gang
It
officials.
was an African country, right?
They're like,
Yeah,
we
I
are
think-
going to
wasn't it
fill
Kenya?
the quota.
Was it Kenya?
It was Kenya, yeah.
Oh, but it's also in light of the
Officials.
protest because I remember one of the athletes there said, "I don't want to represent Kenya in the Olympics." She's representing another country. She's representing Bahrain because she's mixed. She's like, "I'm gonna represent Bahrain in this."
Ooh, which brings to the...
And on top of that, she has a record. Sorry,
Yeah,
she
no.
broke a record.
No, but she didn't say it. I forgot her name now. The lady who is in the running for Miss South Africa.
Yeah.
That kind of chat. But we're still waiting to hear what the
Oh,
verdict
we haven't even had
is.
time for that.
Yeah,
yet.
we'll need to circle back to because that's still in the air. You know.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. There's a lot we missed.
Yeah.
Please forgive us.
Yeah, and
I think.
and the the other big things that Drake dropped 100 gigs of content. Top of your head, off the on your head top.
Hey, man.
On your head top.
I was gonna say something
hit
so
her.
bad.
But anyway, so good. Aubrey's in the cut. Aubrey's
Hey, man.
Aubrey's in the section with his susness, but it's all good. Anyway, we will leave it at that.
I'm holding my tongue.
You better hold it, cause K-Dot's time is over now.
No, I was just saying sometimes someone's got to protect the light skins and yeah, he's the galaxy of the Milky Way. Anyway,
Jehovah.
Guardian of the Milky Way. Guardian of the Milky Way. You're terrible.
Can we go
actually.
home? Can we?
Yeah.
Release me. Release
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Neil, you close. You back. I'm tired. Close.
everything Calvin says. Thank you. Subscribe. It's been good, guys. Really appreciate the support. We close to episode 50.
Yeah.
We are nervous. We are scared. We don't actually have full answers yet, but we really want to do something with you guys who tend to mess with us. We really
We're
appreciate
speaking
it.
like politicians about this 50 thing, you know? We're alluding to it.
We are alluding
We
to
will
something.
end load shedding on episode 50.
The minute we say cut, we're like, guys, niti nienzani for the 50th. Like, I don't know.
So we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do it and do it well, because we want to make sure you enjoy the experience with us and
Yeah.
laugh and we engage. So hopefully we have an answer for you by next week. We'll put pressure on ourselves to make sure we have an answer for you by next week. It's been good. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Calvin, Ellen, it's always a blast.
Always.
Next week. It's before
This
your weekend.
is before your weekend. We'll talk about the week before it ends. One time.
You watching before you weekend.